Oh, of course. Yes, yes, absolutely. Just playing the game and vegging out is a lot of times how I write. Playing this and a couple other games helped me write a joke about how I
On 2K Sports. We'll watch the Indiana Pacers in this one as they go up against the Boston Celtics. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie looking at the starting five for Boston. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Anthony Simons out there with Derek White. And it's Garza in at the 5. And for Indiana, at small and power forward, it'll be Matherin and Siakam. Mitchell out there with Halliburton. And it's Huff in at the center position. As a team, when you're trying to construct your best lineups, what are you looking for, Grant?
You know, I think balance is probably number one. Each lineup has to have enough defense and offense. Otherwise, you're just vulnerable.
Pass to White. Here's Garza. And too long on the shot. White against Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. Another 3 for Indiana.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And we're about a minute into the first. And here's Brown for 3. Offensive rebound. There's the block. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Here come your Indiana Pacemates crowd. Give it up for them. All right, fans. Once again, give it up for your Pacemates dance team.
Indiana's gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. And few players are more valuable to their teams than Tyrese Halliburton, Grant.
Yeah, he leads the way for them, B.A. An efficient scorer, elite playmaking, and disruptive defensively. And, of course, he makes clutch plays at both ends.
White on the wing to halt the run. Kept alive by Boston. Garza. And rejected. Matherin passes to Mitchell. Takes a 3. And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
Boy, they need to ride him as far as he can take him because he is pedal to the metal right now.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Rick Carlisle. Right away, we got to talking about Jaylen Brown, and he said he's going to make trouble for us, but with strong coverage and fast rotations, I think we'll do a good job limiting his production. Some confident words from Coach on how they'll slow down Brown's output tonight. Guys, back over to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Inside, here's White. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
At last, their cold streak is over. They finally found something that worked.
Well, you knew it eventually was going to happen. I mean, my goodness, a tight start to this one, but maybe that'll ignite some more buckets to be made.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Here's Brown. Huff pulls it in.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Matherin finds Mitchell, and it's good for 2. Mitchell's got 20.
He's lifting up this team with his offensive output. What a big-time quarter for him.
Matherin against Brown. White for 3. Indiana with a rebound. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
There was just no sense of urgency to hit the offensive glass. They have to be disappointed in the lack of second chance points.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to win games when every offensive possession is one shot, then a jog back the other way to play defense.
And first time out of the game called for Boston.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Toppin, he's checked in for Siakam. Neesmith comes in for Matherin. And Andrew Nembhard subbed in for Tyrese Halliburton. Boston also changing it up. Cadis checked in for Garza. Walsh comes in for Brown. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for White. And last season, the Pacers started the playoffs with home court advantage for the first time in over a decade, Greg.
Yeah, the fourth seed in the East, BA. And with a blend of youth and experience on the roster, this is a team built to win now and into the future.
Outside Pritchard. Looking to win the run. And there. There's a whistle, and Coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he still peed. Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Minot's checked in for Jason Tatum. You know, Clark, despite winning 3 championships prior to the NBA days, the Pacers are still looking for their first NBA title.
Yeah, they've been close a couple of times in the history of the NBA, 2000 and 2025. They've had some really great teams over the years in the 90s and 2010s, and they came close last year, and I think they'll continue to knock and one day kick that door in.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Pass to Walsh. Back to Pritchard. 5 to shoot. They get it again.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Again, the miss by the Celtics. And so it's Indiana firmly in control with an impressive 28-point lead as the quarter ends. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. White and Brown are the wingmen, and it's Minot in at the 4. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in our last game against the Bucks was a man on a mission. He ended up with 37 points, and he was very efficient with his shooting, with a solid percentage in both field goals and free throws. And the entire NBA talking about his performance. It was that special. Can he do it again? We'll see, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. He feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. One thing about Andrew Nembhard, you appreciate the passion he plays with, Clark.
Yeah, I love his toughness. I mean, he just is... unflappable. He's persistent at the defensive end, plays at his own pace, unafraid of the big moments, makes big plays and shots. I mean, you can see and feel his fire, even though he's not overly demonstrative in how he does what he does.
And that one's good. Mitchell.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. Defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Tatum against Toppin. Pass to White. Lets the 3 fly. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. White's got 7 now in this quarter.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
Here's Mitchell. And, yep, it's good.
Well, his scoring has helped them build and sustain this lead. Now he's trying to close it out.
For Boston, they've gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. White for 3, and that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
The 3 from Mitchell hits the 3-pointer. Mitchell's got 45 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:56 left in the first half of basketball. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. Tatum. The layup off target.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. Strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Well, Clark, for a while there, it looked like the center position might be going extinct. Not so fast, though.
Well, you've seen Embiid and Jokic win MVPs recently. It's a skills game for sure, but size always helps.
Again, the Celtics good for 2 more.
You can't excel at all as a defender on Tatum. Mid-range not his go-to spot, but he took advantage there.
From deep, Mitchell. Again! What an avalanche! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
The Celtics have gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Outside Tatum. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Tatum's got 6 points.
Yeah, after a nothing first quarter, he's bounced back nicely.
The 3 from Mitchell. Another 3 for Indiana.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
One thing they've been able to do in the first half is control the ball. They've given it up only once.
And Indiana with some changes. Huff's checked in for Siakam. Walker comes in for Toppin. And Aaron Nesmith subbed in for Matherin. The 3 from Mitchell. Boston pulls it in. Last time they met in Boston.
They definitely came into that one hoping to be competitive. Unfortunately, they were anything but.
It wasn't pretty. That's definitely the case. I mean, I know they...
And so it's Indiana with an almost surefire victory here, up 32 at the end of the quarter and dominating. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And it's Simons with the ball for the Celtics. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
At small and power forward, it'll be Matherin and Siakam. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Mitchell. And it's Huff in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Rick Carlisle, getting going here in the second half. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said, JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Back to you guys.
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Outside White. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got his third assist of the night.
Boy, it has been some kind of game for White. He's been aggressive and fearless and free in attacking all game long. 3 for 3 this half. Nothing to complain about with that.
The putback controls the rebound and the putback.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Pass to Brown. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Mitchell. And they pick up 2.
Boy, that's 5 buckets in a row now. Watch out. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. To the inside, Garza. And it's blocked. Mitchell against Brown. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
No doubt, Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve.
Pass to Simons. Over Halliburton. Again, the miss by Boston.
Decent look from mid-range for sure, but that's not really his shot.
Hits yet again. Wow.
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. White for 3. And it's Tyrese Halliburton with the rebound.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. And it seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more. What more can he do? I mean, my goodness, it's certainly his night.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them. Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
White, the pass to Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
We've come to expect plays like that from Brown. He won't waste any opportunity to throw it down.
And again for 3.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to
Yeah, that's the final buzzer, and your Pacers win. Indiana, 113. Boston, 76. Until our next home game, be sure you have gathered all of your belongings and get home safely.
And so Indiana takes this one by a big margin, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long.
It's our strategy. Too slow. Guard. No.
And one, LeBron.
That's a legacy call.
Thank you, ref. Do you have a favorite Bulls moment?
Oh, I mean, my favorite in real life was that I went to a game when I was 12 years old. I found $50 on the floor. I got to buy some Bulls gear with that money, and the Bulls won. So that was a great one.
With the pressures of being a comedian, how does a game like 2K help you with some of the...
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with, let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. In the front court, the forwards Mathurin and Siakam. Mitchell is out there with Tyrese Halliburton, and it's Huff in at the 5. And for Houston, Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. And it's Durant. Then there's Amen Thompson, and it's Okogie in at the shooting guard position. Now upon a really intriguing part of the season, Greg, it seems we've seen enough to give these teams some kind of identity.
I tell you, if teams are still searching for an identity, it's fair to say things probably aren't going well.
Well, I like this from Okogie. I mean, still refining his perimeter game so he makes his presence felt inside.
Wasted no time on that one. And that's now 6 points for the chosen one.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Şengün with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And it just seems like the Pacers have really shaken up the league, Greg, with their fast-paced, aggressive style.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam, 2 star players who thrive in this up-tempo style. And if you look at the roster around them, the pieces fit.
we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, the chosen one.
He's really been on his A-game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
Durant against Mathurin. 5 to shoot. Good work there as it goes.
The defender all over Durant, and he still gets it to go. Well done.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assists. Halliburton's got 3 assists now in this one. And for the Pacers, they come in off a great outing against Miami.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road, take good shots, and knock them down with confidence.
Well, efficiency is critical, and I love how they ran their offense and got quality shots out of their sets.
Here's Durant. From the high post, he drills it.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
For 3, Mitchell. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
The main Houston ball.
Now off the inbound, Durant. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries. For Indiana, they've gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Clark, when you think of 3-level scorers at the power forward position, Jabari Smith fits the bill.
Yeah, he runs like a gazelle and seems to never tire. I mean, the energy he plays with is contagious and seems limitless. He gets himself to the rim. He's got a sweet stroke. Well, I tell you, his future is really bright.
Shoots from 14. The Rockets pull it in. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
And that one's good, Mitchell.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here's a Kogi, and it's sent back by Mitchell. Mathurin passes to Mitchell, and he banks. In the layup. Mitchell's got 23.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Timeout called the Rockets. An exciting young guard, Benedict Mathurin. Clark, what's something you like about him?
Well, I got a lot of things I like about him. His smooth approach to offensive production. He can score it. He's got a nice handle. He can get to the rim. He gets to the foul line a ton. I mean, he's got a fearlessness about him and a confidence about him that seems to point to him being a star in the not-too-distant future.
So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. Then for the Pacers, Toppin Heath's jacked in for Siakam. Aaron Nesmith comes in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Halliburton. And he overshot that one, missing.
You're not going to get a better look from mid-range. He's definitely disappointed with himself there.
Cans it from downtown. And it's now 26 points for the chosen one.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Pacers leading by 16. The three. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Showing how tough he is. Shepard doesn't get rattled by the physicality.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Mitchell gets it to go.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then effective.
And so it's Indiana in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We come back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pacers?
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
On the court for Indiana, Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. And it's Toppin in at the power forward. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against the Heat had a huge game. He had 39 points, and his shot was on point, especially from downtown and the charity stripe. What a game for him, and against their rivals, no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Allie, we appreciate the update. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention. That it opens up.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end. Their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
For Houston, Kevin Durant. One shot.
And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
sharing the rock has always been a huge part of Nembhard's game. I mean, you want the ball in his hands. He's got excellent vision and really a good basketball IQ as well.
There's the drive. Here's Finney Smith. Another miss by Houston.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And, guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Capella, the pass to Shepard. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. For three, Mitchell. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Indiana Pacers out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast. As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We'll see Durant and Smith playing up at full. Then there's Amen Thompson. Then it's Alperen Şengün. And it's a Kogi in at the two. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Mitchell kicks to Siakam. Back to Mitchell. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Mitchell's got 46 points. And for Houston, they're shooting about 42% so far. Got a hand on it.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. The league's long-distance Bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
You look at Mitchell, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, and I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
And Clark, how about Indiana's recent run, making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in back-to-back seasons?
You know, the last time that happened, Kevin, was about a decade ago when Paul George was the man leading the Pacers. Unfortunately, they fell to LeBron's heat both times. I was courtside for a couple of those matchups. And then last season, advancing to the finals and pushing it all the way to 7 games. The Pacers have a really bright future ahead of them, in my opinion.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, thanks a lot, guys. The Pacers have shown that they can be a threat in the East. Coach Rick Carlisle said, there's nothing wrong with high expectations. What you don't want is a situation of apathy, where expectations are low and all you're ever doing is selling hope. That's not why I came here. Kevin?
They're for real. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Okogie, the pass to Thompson. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Just 1 bucket in 5 attempts so far this half. They are looking for a spark offensively.
And Mitchell gets it to go.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Thompson in the posts. He's covered by Halliburton. Okogie, another miss by Houston.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To end the drought, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And, Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future. And they've already shown they can make a major impact.
That free throw, no good. And one of the many challenges for a small market team like the Pacers, Greg, going up against that luxury tax.
And they've avoided carrying a payroll that would incur the tax, but right when they said they were planning to do just that, the Bucks stunned everyone with a maneuver to secure Pacers center Miles Turner and perhaps let him off the hook. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous. Well, you know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
Connects again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Here's Shepard. It's rebounded by Nesmith. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. A new 14 for Indiana. Shots good by Walker.
The motor of Walker, keeping the possession alive, fighting for those points.
Pass to Capella. It's rebounded by Indiana.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Hits it again. Wow.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Van Vliet attacking. And he lays it straight in. Van Vliet's got 5 points so far.
The defense gets physical inside, and guess what? The tenacious Fred Van Vliet ready for it. Well, his scoring has helped them build and sustain this lead. Now he's trying to close it out.
Now here's Van Vliet. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Nesmith is out there with T.J. McConnell. And there's Jackson. Then there's Jarris Walker. And it's Bradley in at the 5, down low. Shots good by Walker.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Van Vliet passes to Green. Over Jackson. And it's Green. Missing. And Indiana shooting an absolutely astounding 80% from the field. Everything is falling. Neesmith, the pass to Walker. And they recover it. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Neesmith, very efficient in the catch-and-shoot situations.
And for Houston, their shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Here's Shepard. It's rebounded by Indiana. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here is Neesmith. It's blocked. To the paint. Here's Shepard. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 3 assists now in this one.
The feet are what made that play happen inside for Shepard.
Pass to Jackson. Back to McConnell. Indiana moving the ball around. Walker the pass to Neesmith. And there it is for him. Neesmith has got 4 points in the quarter.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
And it's Shepard missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Jackson finds Neesmith. Van Vliet against McConnell. On the wing, Walker. And the 3 off target. Rockets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Pass to Shepard. It's rebounded by Indiana. Jackson's got 6 rebounds in the game.
He's off his game right now, trying to find a groove.
It's stolen by Shepard.
Substitutions
to 40 minutes as opposed to the current 48 minutes. What are your thoughts there?
You know, Kevin, I don't know if shortening the game would be an answer. I certainly would love to see the season shortened to take maybe 12 to 14 games off the regular season. I think would go a long way to enhancing the season-long quality of play. I don't think you could design a better scorer than Durant. I mean, range from deep, the touch at the rim, excellent handle, 7 feet tall. He does everything you want from your first option.
Shooting for Indiana. Mitchell.
And he makes the first for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tari Eason. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Durant. Count the basket.
Durant has definitely been on one tonight, knocking down shots for himself at a high rate.
Here's Mitchell. Another bucket. Wow.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And it's Thompson with the jam.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Here's Mitchell. The layup off target.
That's the end of the game with your score. Fans, we appreciate you for coming out tonight and cheering on your teams. Please be sure to get home safe, and we'll see you at our next event.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time